Okay guys, I wanted to make this video because with this last programming project, the ArrayList, some of you did fairly well, a few of you did very well, but most of us really struggled, and so I wanted to show you how to actually put this thing together, how to create the friends class, and how to create an array list of friends and set this menu thing up. So here we go. First thing I want to do is in my source code folder here, create a brand new folder, and we'll just call it Friends List. And then we want to create obviously a new Java file, and in our header comment up here we'll just say CS IS 1400. Yep. And then class. Here we go. So class friend. I like to put these end comments here. Just kind of helps me keep track of what's going on. All right, our friend class indicates that we need two private data fields. One is a string called name. The other is an int called age. There we go. That's this part right here. Then we need appropriate constructors, some get and set methods, two string methods. So let's do that. So the constructors are in the public section, same name as the class. This one will be the default constructor. We'll come back and fix that in just a second. The other will be a parameterized constructor. And it will need a parameter for name. So that will be a string, we'll just say n, and one for age, an int, and we'll just say a. Now what we want to do is assign the value of name, or assign name, the value of n, and age, the value of a. So when we create this friend object using this constructor, we'll pass in a string for name, a string for age, and those parameter variables that will contain those values then will be assigned to name and age. Very easy. Now up here, this is a default constructor, and oops, we're going to use the this reference like this, and we're just going to say empty string 0. My phone's ringing, ignore it. There we go. Now let's just make sure that this thing compiles properly so far, and we'll save it as friend.java. Just save it. There it is. Compile it, and we're good. Okay. Now we need some set methods and some get methods for the name and age. So here we go. First for name, we'll say void and set name. And to set the name, we need a parameter field, or a parameter variable. Once again, we'll call it n, and we'll set name equal to n. Very easy. And then for the get name, this needs to return a string. We'll call it get name, no parameter list, and it simply returns the variable name. Do the same thing for age, void set age, and int a, whoops, keyboard doesn't want to type. And up here we'll just say age gets assigned to a, and then we want to return also the get name, so that will return an int, get age. What am I talking about? Here we go. I'm in a hurry. Get age, simply return age like this. Make sure things are compiling still. Good to go. Last thing we need is a toString method. toString method is simply a method that represents a string value for the class, or a friend. So here we go. This returns a string called toString, name of the method. And here we're just going to return the name plus a little blank space plus age. Very simple. There we go. And we're compiling. Whoa, doesn't like toString. Let's see. Yes. These were private, these were public, these all need to be public also. So we need to make these functions, these methods public. So we'll make all these things public. And we'll come down here and make this public. Now we are good to go. So that's our friend class. Once again, this represents a single friend object with a name and an age field with a default constructor, a parameterized constructor, getters and setters for name and age, and then a toString function or toString method. All right, now that we've got that finished, we need to create the actual application that will create a list of these friends. So here we go. Create a new Java file, and I'm just going to copy the header comment really quickly up here, right back over here. We'll call this class FriendList. And we'll save it before we do anything else, and we're good to go. Okay, now this is an application, so we'll need a main method, public static void main, just like we've always created it. Up here, make sure we've got the right things up here in parentheses, string, array, args. There we go. Okay, before we do anything else, let's just make sure that we're compiling here. Good to go. All right. Now we want to do a couple things here. We need to be able to create an array list, so we want to come up here and import from Java util package the ArrayList class, just like this. And what we want to do here is to create an array list of friends very easily. A array list, and inside these angle brackets we'll put friend. We'll just call this friend list and create a new array list once again. Like this. Now, the array list is what we call a generic collection, meaning that we can keep in this array list a collection of anything that we want: strings, friends, employees, trees, whatever we have. This just needs to be a class name, in this case friend. The constructor here, the default constructor, initializes an array list of 10 friends. We could make it fewer or greater, and we'll just leave it at the default size of 10. Now we also need to get information from the keyboard, so we want to import, once again from the Java util package, the scanner class. And down here we'll create scanner input, and we'll associate this scanner object with system in. And you probably noticed that I forgot to put in here. There we go. Now let's make sure that we are compiling things correctly. Good to go. All right. Now, I'm not going to go through putting the menu together because you know how to do that. What I want to show you now is how to create an array list of friends, get information from the keyboard, create a new friend based on what we've got, what we've just captured from the keyboard, and then add that friend to the list. So here we go. Let's first of all get a system out print line. Just a prompt here that says, back here, enter name. And then we'll create a string variable called name, and we'll use the input object here and just call next, like this. This will allow us to enter a name from the keyboard stored in the name variable. Do the same thing, something very similar at least, for age. Enter age. And int age equals input next int, like this. And I'm going to change these to print statements instead of print line, because I want the little cursor to be right here when I enter the name and when I enter the age. Good. Compiled. Good to go. All right. Now what we want to do is to create a brand new friend based on this information we've just captured from the keyboard. So we'll say friend equals new friend, and initialize this new friend with the name and age that we just got from the keyboard. Now let's add this friend to the list, and that's very easy because we just say friend list.add, and in parentheses we add our friend. Good. So this adds the friend that we've just entered from the keyboard. Now I'm going to add a couple of new friends here. I'll show you how to do that very easily. We'll just copy this dot line down a couple times. And right here, instead of saying name and age, I'll just put the name of a friend, like this. And we'll add those two friends now to the list. Now we've got friends in our list. What we want to do is to actually display the list, so we can use an enhanced for loop to that very easily. So we'll just say for, and inside the for we say friend, because that's what we've got in our list, and we'll just say f, and we'll say friend list. What this indicates is that this friend list contains friends, and f is just a variable of type friend. Now all we have to do is use the system.out.println, and inside parentheses we'll just put f, representing a friend in the list. And because we've got our toString method over here declared and created, then whenever we send a reference to an object to a print method, then the toString method is invoked automatically, and we'll see the list of friends printed. So let's go ahead and make sure this works. Variable friend is already defined. Okay. Well, let's just do this then. We can't declare friend more than once because we've done it already. So let's do this. Actually, what I should do is this. Come back. There. So what we'll do is we create a brand new friend here based on information we got from the keyboard. We add that friend to the list. Then we're going to create a brand new friend based on Sally and age 6, add that friend to the list, create a brand new friend, Sam, age 7, add that friend to the list, and print out the friends, and let's see what happens when we do this now. There we go, okay. Enter name, Jack, Jake, I don't know how to spell Jack, 8, and there we go. So we've got this guy, age 8, and Sally, age 6, and Sam, age 7. Now those friends are all added to our list. So that basically demonstrates how we create a friend object based on the specification in our program, how we create a list of friends, entering information from the keyboard, initializing a friend object based on that information, or creating brand new friends with information that are just hard-coded, passed to the constructor, added to the list. Now the last thing that we want to do is simply remove a friend. So the best way to do that would be to do something like this. Let's go ahead and display our friends again with this. And I'm going to add something right here which says enter number of friend to remove. And we'll make this a print statement again. Okay, now if I want to enter the number of a friend to remove, I have to associate each friend with a number. Well, friends are already associated with a number because in an array list, just like in an array, every element in the list is associated with an index beginning with 0. So I'm going to say int I, or index, equals, and I'm going to start at 1. I'll show you why in just a second. And then right down here, actually I'm going to change this statement to a printf statement. And right here I'm going to say %d space %f. And then right here I'm going to say I and f. So what we'll do here is we'll take the value of I, we'll display it right here, the value of f, our friend, and display it right here. And then after I display the I, I'm going to increment it just like this. So what will happen is basically we'll start with I as 1. Every time we go through this loop, we'll print the value of I, increment it, and then print the value of f right here for I and right here for f. So let's take a look and see what that looks like. Let's spell Jack the right way this time. Ooh, didn't like this. Got a problem. Illegal format conversion. F does not equal friend. Interesting. What did I do there? Well, this is a bit embarrassing. Let's see if we can figure this out. Number of friend remove. Exception in illegal format conversion. F does not equal friend. Well, of course it does because I've got it right there. Ah, yes. There we go. We need to put a %s right here rather than a %d, and I also want to put a new line character. Okay, now we're set, and now it'll work just fine. And let's get Jack back in the deal, and there we go. Okay. So enter number of friend to remove, and we've got 1, 2, 3. Well, this is a problem. Let's make this a print line. There we go. You guys never have problems like this when you're doing this, do you? Okay. There we go. Enter number of friend to remove. Jack is 1, Sally is 2, Sam is 3. Now what we need to do down here is to get a variable from the keyboard. So we're just going to say I, since we've got I already, equals input.next int, like this, and then we're going to say friend list.remove. Now the remove method inside the friend list takes a couple of different arguments. One is an index, and we'll remove that the friend at that index. The other is an actual object. Well, we've got an index right here. We've just said I want to remove friend 1, 2, or 3, and so let's put I right there. However, remember, the indices in the friend list begin at 0, not 1. So Jack is really at position 0, Sally at position 1, Sam at position 3, so let's say I minus 1. And when we're done with that, we're just going to do this. We're just going to, let's start Start I at 1 again. We'll print our friend list again just to verify that the friend that we've designated has actually been removed from the list. So here we go. All right, let's use a different name besides Jack. Let's use Jill. 4. Here we go. So we've got Jill, Sally, and Sam. Let's say we want to remove Sally. And there we go. Jill, Sally, Sam. Now we've got Jill, Sally's gone, Sam is in our list. So I hope that helps in terms of how we set up this program by creating an object representing a single friend, then an application, don't know how to spell list, an application that creates a friend, an array list of friends. We add friends to the list, we display the list, and we can remove friends from the list. Hope that helps, guys. Nothing here that's new or too exciting. It's something that we've seen in videos throughout the course. Obviously there was a bit of misunderstanding, so I hope this helps clarify some of those issues, and we'll see you next time. Take care.